welcome to Up to Date, OBTV's official news show. I'm Jane Chaco.
And stepping in for Robert, I'm Stephanie Zamora. We're here to update you on everything that's happening around Old Bridge.
The Old Bridge Township Council meeting was rescheduled for this past Monday, August 13th. A ballot question for the open space tax was authorized for the November election. The open space tax allows the town to purchase land more efficiently in order to keep this land as an open space. The preservation and conservation of these lands will create green belts so that Old Bridge can remain a suburban community.
Commuter parking is changing in Old Bridge. BuyMyPermit.com is Old Bridge's new commuter permit parking vendor that allows you to purchase and renew permits online as of August 9th. For daily payment for lots at Westminster, Home Depot, and Inverness parking lots, residents can either enter in their license plate number and pay cash at the new pay station or download the Way to Park app. On the app, users enter in the location code displayed on signs posted on the site. Then payment is taken from the credit card registered with the account. The honor boxes will be removed by the end of this month.
In county news, an Edison home was struck by lightning early Saturday morning. Firefighters were able to quickly detect and extinguish the fire by using thermal imaging cameras, said Edison Fire Captain Andy Toth. The two-story home remains momentarily uninhabitable due to the fire. According to authorities, the family will be making temporary living arrangements until the home is repaired.
In state news, Governor Phil Murphy declared a state of emergency in Bergen, Essex, Monmouth, Ocean, and Passaic counties due to flooding brought on by heavy weekend rain. On Monday, he visited Little Falls in Passaic County to observe the damage the storm had caused. The mayor of Little Falls said that nearly 200 homes were flooded by Saturday's rainstorm. Murphy said that help is on its way, including help from the federal government.
And now for a construction update. Old Bridge Township contractors are continuing work on the 2017 annual curb replacement program. Belmont Avenue, which runs from Dwelling 15 to Ernest Street, will have construction Tuesday, August 21st to Friday, August 24th, weather permitting. Tune into Old Bridge TV, the Old Bridge Facebook, Twitter, and website for any updates.
Looking ahead to upcoming weather, here is your 7-day forecast for Old Bridge Township. On Saturday, August 18th, there will be mostly cloudy skies with a high of 85 degrees and a low of 70. On Sunday, expect showers as there is a 50% chance of rain with a high of 76 and a low of 65 degrees. The rain will clear up on Monday with just cloudy skies and a high of 77 degrees and a low of 66. The sun will start to come back on Tuesday with partly cloudy skies and high of 79 and a low of 72. Have an umbrella handy on Wednesday. There are scattered thunderstorms with a high of 83 and a low of 65. On Thursday, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 81 and a low of 65. Finally, we'll close out our work week on Friday, August 24th, with mostly sunny skies, again with a high of 80 and a low of 66.
That's all for the weather forecast. Stay tuned for our green scene and more coming up next. Up to Date will continue after this break.
Since its beginning, the Reported app has been a great tool for Old Bridge residents to report information, problems, and complaints to different departments. We interviewed several of these departments to learn more information about the app and the impact it has had on Old Bridge so far.
They can report almost anything. However, I caution them to what they do if it's an immediate necessity for police response. But for some that's not an immediate necessity, say wires are down by their house, or if they have maybe a road problem, a road issue, flooding or whatnot, broken road, some minor things like that. But also residents need to keep in mind what's an emergency, what's not an emergency. So if it's an extreme emergency, if the medical emergency, there's a bad accident, that calls for 911, directly 911, don't do the reported app. If it's something that needs police response, it's not an emergency, but it's questionable, still call 721-4000. If they feel it's going to be an investigative purpose or something that's giving us information where we can build on a case or build on it, then that's when they can do a reported app. And if they want to stay anonymous, they can stay anonymous. Also, they need to remember that if they want to give us information, be as descriptive as they possibly can. If they're dealing with a person, they think it's a suspicious person, what is he wearing? What does he look like? What nationality are they? A vehicle, what type of vehicle is it? What color is it? If they can get the license plate. And of course, location, if they can give street names or whatnot. So if we read that reported app, we can see more information and be able to decipher it more and be able to do our investigation that much better.
So high grass and weeds and overgrown bushes is our most popular complaint, and those high grass must be over 10 inches before we can act upon that. We'd appreciate it if you included the address when you snap a picture. We also have GPS locating. However, knowing the address that you're complaining about would be very helpful. Yeah, I'd like to encourage people to call the police department if there's a noise complaint, as this department doesn't come out at all hours. The police is in charge of noise complaints, and call them immediately.
Residents can report a lot of different road services through the reported app. Potholes, road repairs, catch basin repairs, drainage issues, trees that are down in the road, high grass that the township maintains along the side of the roads, any visibility issues with driving. Probably the most common report we receive is potholes. It's real convenient. You just quickly press the buttons on your phone and the potholes reported to us, and we get a chance to fill it in right away. Once we receive a report, we'll generally evaluate it that day or the next day, as long as, say, during the week, Monday to Friday. Once we get out there, evaluate it, it could be something real simple that the foreman will repair right away. Otherwise, we'll schedule the work, get done as soon as possible. Sometimes, though, the work does require markouts and to be scheduled. And oftentimes, for like catch basin repairs, we have 20 or 30 that we're currently on the list to get repaired. So sometimes we'll be a few weeks out before we're out to repair those. With the app, if you're right at the pothole, we know exactly where the pothole is. We don't have to spend time looking for it, or it could be under a parked car when we drive by and we don't see it. So now we know exactly where to look for it. So it's a much more efficient way for us to get repairs done.
Residents can report to the Parks and Recreation Department on the reported app many different things. Some of the things that residents have reported to us have been maintenance issues at some of our parks and facilities and playgrounds. We also get maintenance concerns at our parks, facilities, and playgrounds. Some of the ones that we've gotten most recently have been overgrown grass inside some of our playground areas. We've gotten reports of some of our athletic field lighting. Some bulbs are out. We've gotten reports of some of our parking lights at our facilities of bulbs being out. Once the user or the resident goes on and logs on and submits a report, they're going to get an automatic generated email back to them saying that report has been sent to the Parks and Rec department and that they will respond. It also gives them our contact information, our phone number, as well as our website and our email address. Once I personally open up that email, then that's when our response time, that's when it starts. If we get them on a regular business day, I like to respond as soon as I get it. I at least like to respond to the resident so they're aware that it's gotten to whomever's desk it needs to get to, and we're working on it. We like to keep that line of communication between us and the resident on the reported app so they know that it is being handled, and we try to give them an estimated timetable on when they're going to see that work performed. So we got a picture last week for a maintenance grass growing through our playground, and somebody had taken a picture of it and they uploaded it right into the app, so I know exactly what part of the playground it is, and I can literally take that report and email it to my parks foreman So he knows where it is, he hands it off to some of our staff members, and they go and take care of that issue. So I think it does give another extra layer of transparency that sometimes maybe emails or phone calls do not. So it's really, I think it's a great tool for anybody to have in town. I don't just work in town, I live in town, so I have the app on my phone as well. And from a user standpoint, as a resident, I think it's very useful, and as a department head here in town serving the public, I think it's very useful.
That was a really great opportunity to go talk to the different departments about the Reported app.
It was. We learned a lot. And the pothole filling, I thought it was going to be more to it, but it was super simple.
Yeah, and so if you see a pothole and you want to report it and let the department know, all you have to do, download the Reported app. And it's a free download as well. It's right in the App Store, and it makes being an Old Bridge resident more useful, and you can do your part to keep our town looking great. And now we're entering the green scene. Old Bridge is taking strides to be more energy efficient in local offices and centers. The Public Works Department changed all the lights in the municipal complex to LED lighting, which are cheaper and have 4 times less impact on the environment over the course of their life. The bulbs are free of toxic chemicals and automatically turn off after a certain amount of inactivity. New boilers and a new AC computer system were installed at the Civic Centers and Silver Lining Senior Center as well. The AC computer system allows more control for an accurate temperature. The new equipment was installed under the Energy Savings Improvement Program, a program that allows government agencies to make energy-related improvements to their facilities. The program states that the government agencies pay for the cost using the energy savings from the improvements.
In business news, Ving Sun Kung Fu School is having an open house for anyone interested in martial arts on Saturday, August 25th from 1 to 4 p.m. Attendants will learn the basics of Ving Sun, the school's thinking and approach to the science of fighting, and their various coaching methods. Attendance must be 16 or older. The school is located at 2545 Highway 516 in Old Bridge. Stick around as there is much more to come. Up to Date will continue after this break.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back. We're joined by this basket of kittens. We have 4 kittens here, Toby, Wesson, Smith, and Adele. This little guy here, this is Toby, and his sibling is down there, Adele. All these kittens are 16 weeks old, domestic short-haired, and they're up for adoption at the Old Bridge Animal Shelter. And if kittens aren't your thing, there are also older cats at the animal shelter up for adoption. These 2 siblings, Toby and Adele, are special cats because usually cats have 18 toes, 5 on the front and 4 on the back, but they have multiple toes. And they're also known as Hemingway cats because Hemingway was a fan of cats with multiple toes. Have you ever had a cat?
I have not. I'm more of a dog person, but these are super cute cats, and I feel like someone will definitely like these.
Yes, and they're all up for adoption at the Old Bridge Animal Shelter. This little guy is Smith. Smith is very playful and loving. They're all playful, and he is just the smallest, cutest cat.
And this is Wesson. He's really sleepy right now, so I'm going to put him back down because I feel like he's super tired and I'm bothering him.
If you're interested in adopting any of these kittens, visit the Old Bridge Animal Shelter. They're open 10 a.m. to 12 and then 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
And now we'll look ahead to upcoming events happening in the township.
The Old Bridge Public Library will be hosting a Polar Trek live stream event on Thursday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to noon. Dr. Lauren Adamo, the director of Rutgers University Geology Museum, and Dr. Lucas Zoet, an assistant professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, will broadcast their field research live from the Rhone Glacier in Switzerland. Watch as the team works on developing ways to predict the sliding speed of glaciers and ice sheets to help predict glacial change in the polar regions. This live stream is best suited for ages 13 and up.
The annual Saltwater Day that was originally scheduled for August 11th has been postponed to Saturday, September 1st. Come out to the Old Bridge Waterfront Park in Lawrence Harbor between 2 and 10 p.m. for your second chance to experience crafts, food, games, live entertainment, and fireworks. Shuttles will be available every 15 minutes from multiple locations. For these locations and additional information, contact the Department of Parks and Recreation at 732-721-5600, extension 4999, or visit the township website.
Waiting for the perfect summer night? Well, Sunday, August 26th might be it. Step outside on Sunday night to view the August full moon. Known as the sturgeon moon or harvest moon in Chinese culture, the full moon will make its appearance as early as 7:56 a.m. according to Space.com. Don't miss the last full moon of the summer.
Between vacations and schools being out of session, summer is one of the most difficult times to maintain an adequate blood inventory. You can do your part by attending the Old Bridge Community Blood Drive on Saturday, August 26th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The blood drive will be held at 81 Throckmorton Lane in Old Bridge and is sponsored by St. Ambrose Parish. Now that you have your update on all the fun events happening in Old Bridge, here is your update on the upcoming town meeting for this week.
Mark your calendars. The Redevelopment Agency meeting will take place at 6 p.m. in Conference Room 201 on Thursday, August 23rd. You can catch other Old Bridge Township meetings on OPTV or the Old Bridge Township YouTube channel.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of Up to Date. Once again, I'm Stephanie Zamora.
And I'm Jane Chaco. Thank you for joining us and tune in next time.